Better Off Ned is the 16th episode of the 31st season of The Simpsons. This is directed by Rob Oliver. It's an okay episode. I didn't really love it, but at the same time, there's nothing wrong with it either. Ned decides to become a kind of mentor for Bart because Bart does something that means he's about to be expelled from school. And Ned says, "Look, I'm his neighbour. I know what makes him tick. Let me have a go at trying to make him a decent person," basically. And Bart develops a bit of a bond with Flanders and they do things together and he begins to teach him things. And Homer becomes really jealous. And I like that because it shows that Homer actually does care about Bart. We do see it every now and then, little indications that while he does wrap his hands around his throat, he also loves his son. And Homer decides to fight fire with fire and becomes a mentor himself. I won't say who he mentors, but it was an interesting choice and I think it worked well enough. I feel like Bart and Flanders didn't do enough. I would have loved to have seen more of what they would have done together, whereas once the focus shifted to Homer, we didn't see as much of it. So I understand why it went the way it did, but just for personal preference, I would have liked to have seen Flanders and Bart exploring more opportunities. It also very much reminds me, well, kind of the Big Brother episode, by which I mean the Adopt a Brother program, not Big Brother as in Big Brother's watching you. I can't remember the name of the episode. I just googled it. It's Brother from the Same Planet from season 4. It's not identical. The narrative doesn't really go in the same direction, but it has a very similar feel of Bart bonding with somebody who is a father figure and Homer responding in kind by doing something very similar. So it is, the more I think about it, actually, they are very, very similar, but the motivations in the beginning are very different. There's also a very sweet bit in the beginning between Bart and Grandpa. I won't say what happens exactly, but it's really lovely. So I liked this episode. I wouldn't say I love it. It's definitely not the most unique, but there's nothing about it that I don't think worked or that I think should have been done differently. As I said, personal preference. I would have liked to have seen more of Ned and Bart, but I don't think they made a bad decision to go with the direction they did. So, all things considered, I feel like Better Off Ned is definitely an interesting enough episode. I'm not going to skip it if I'm watching season 31 again. It may never be a personal favourite. I feel like I've said that about a lot of season 31 episodes where they've been not a favourite, but they've been okay. It's been a mixed bag, season 31. Keen to see what they have in store for the rest of the episodes. If they're anything like Better Off Ned, I think it'll be doing okay.